As I promised, today I'm going to talk to you about Anne of Ingleside and Rainbow Valley. I hope you're ready for this. This is the book that is called Anne of Ingleside. This is the number 6 from the series about Anne of Green Gables. It's been 7 years since Anne is married to Gilbert Blythe. They moved from their house of dreams and they are now living in a bigger house that they named Ingleside. They already have 5 children and baby number 6 is on the way. Something that I liked about this book is that we can see that Montgomery really understands people. She really understands feelings. She really understands fear, because most of the problems that happen here that make everybody suffer and make us suffer about this, they are not real problems. They are problems that were created in someone's mind. Many times she made me a fool here. She made me believe that Anne was dying. She made me believe that Gilbert maybe was not the perfect husband that we were all expecting he would be. She made me believe a lot of things that after some conversation between the characters, they all realized that actually those things that they were imagining were not real. They were not happening. They were only problems created in people's mind. And here is like a conclusion for Anne's life. She doesn't die, don't worry. They continue being married. And I felt in the end that it's almost like if Anne understood what life is about. She had her happy ending. And then in Ingleside is like if she really found what she was looking for, what she really needed to be happy. She finds real love. And I think the whole story is about love. But not just love between Anne and Gilbert, but love everywhere, like every kind of love. She loves being a mother, she loves being a wife. I felt that she found out everything that she needed and they concluded this because it's like she got it. She understood life and she really got it. And here we can see some kids that live near them or that they go to school with Anne's kids. And there are some really mean kids and they lie. They do things to hurt other kids, and Anne's kids are so pure, so innocent, that they believe everything and they really suffer with things that the other kids tell them. So again, we can see problems created in their mind, but also problems that other kids made them believe. So I felt that in the book Anne of Ingleside, it was a conclusion for Anne and Gilbert's story. And the next book, book number 7, that is called Rainbow Valley, is not about Anne and Gilbert anymore, but it's about Anne's children and the other children that they meet. So it doesn't focus on Anne anymore. She's still there, so we can see her, we can see some things that she does. She has dialogues with her kids where she's always teaching something for them. The kids absolutely love her. She loves the kids. She's a great mother. They are all the time saying how good she is. And it is about love again, but it doesn't focus anymore on her. It focuses on the kids that are the Ingleside kids. Here you can see it better. We have the first child that is a boy. He is Jem, that I told you in the other video. Then here we have Walter. Then we have twin girls that are Di and Nan. We have another boy that is Shirley, and the little one that is Marilla. Then we will know more about Rilla in the next book that is called Rilla of Ingleside. So these are Anne's kids, and in this book we meet other kids that are the man's kids. The man's kids are the minister's children. They do not have a mother and they are amazing. Really, you will love them. So all the time the Ingleside children are playing with the man's children. And they also meet another girl that is Mary. And the book is about all these children together doing a lot of mischief and playing, and they love playing in the Rainbow Valley. That is a valley that is between Ingleside and the Mass. The name was created by Walter, this one. He is a dreamer, he is a poet, he is always imagining things. He also likes to nominate things the same way that Anne used to do. So we can see in Walter a lot of Anne's personality when she was a girl, and it's a mix. All those kids together remind us about Anne. So as I said, the man's kids do not have a mother, and their father is the minister of the church. But the kids are always doing something bad, and the community doesn't approve the things that they do, and they are always pointing a finger and saying the bad things that they did, and they say it's the minister's fault. And then the man's kids, to avoid more problems for their father, they decide to create a good conduct club. This club has the main goal to help them to analyze everything that they do and to think if it was something good or if it was something bad. And if they decide that they did something bad, they have to punish themselves to help them to grow up and to become good people. Their father, that is John Meredith, he is a really good man, and he really misses Mrs. Meredith, and he sees his wife in his kids. So he doesn't have the courage to punish them, to beat them, to do anything. So every time they do something wrong, most of the times he doesn't realize because he's always distracted, thinking about something else or preparing something for the church, that he doesn't pay attention on the kids. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't love the kids, because he really loves them. He just can't see what they do. And when he sees something bad, he is just not able to punish them. They decided that they needed to do something because they need to be punished if they do something wrong. And they are always involved in scandalous events. So the community concluded that John Meredith needed to get married, to have a wife, to have a woman at home to bring the kids up, to help them to grow up as normal people. And then the search for a wife begins. Really, I read this book in 3 days because I simply couldn't leave it. I couldn't put it down. It was really good. You all need to read it. There are some really funny parts, and it's also really deep too, because all the characters are sensible, and we can see the kids, how good they are, and even if they are doing something bad, they are trying to be good. In the end, guys, it was really difficult. I don't know, I think I finished the book and I spent like 30 minutes or 40 minutes looking to nowhere, just thinking about it. It was really hard, because in the end we see the kids playing on the valley. Jem is getting prepared to go to college, and he says that he would like to be a soldier sometime, and he says that he would love to see a battle. Listen to what is written here. I will read to you. Well, Jem was to be a soldier and see a greater battle than had ever been fought in the world, but that was as yet far in the future. So here the First World War had just happened when the book was published. Guys, really, it's terrible to think that those kids that we really love, that we adore, that we know that they are really good people, they will have to live in a world with war. And those boys that we really love, that are kids here, they will be soldiers, they will have to fight in the war. And the girls that are maidens, how they say it here, they are little girls, they are pure, they are innocent. They will be home waiting for those boys that probably won't return. And then I know that the next book, that is Rilla of Ingleside, we will see more about the war. But I'm not going to read it yet because I want to give a break from the story. And because I don't want this to have an end yet. So if I read it, it will end. And if I don't read it, if I wait a little bit, it will continue there so I can read it later. So I'm not going to read Rilla of Ingleside yet. I'm planning to read 1 or 2 books between it, and then after that I will read Rilla of Ingleside and I will tell you about it. This book was the best one from the series. 100% sure that this was my favorite one. If you haven't read the other books but you want to read this one, no problem, because here it summarizes a little bit about who Anne is and Gilbert and Marilla and everybody. You can just read this one without reading the other ones, and if you watched my other videos, you already know the story, so I really recommend this one. Really, 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 really. So the next reading for the next video will not be about Anne anymore, it will not be about this series, but will be a book that is also about war, but it's about the Second World War, it's about the Holocaust. Called The Tattooist of Auschwitz. It was an indication from my sister and also from a colleague, and everybody's saying that this book is amazing, so I am really curious to read this one. So I will read this, and in the next video I will tell you something about this one, okay? So I really hope you guys liked it, and I will talk to you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.